Hey y'all, I was waiting on my internet to or my computer to boot up. Hey everybody. Let me pull up the chat. I should have rebooted, I guess, but I didn't, so it's gonna be a little bit slow pulling it up. More than enough. Good to see you. Love your face. Is it yeah, I'm sorry I'm late. I'm sorry, Kaylin. Evelyn. Hey, hail to the no. Love your face. Scott Shamat, my friend. Hey, Dory. Arizona Fire. Vicky, good to see you. Tennessee Road. Joe Lee, Warrior Grandma, love you. Potty break, okay. Hey, Brenda Hart. I'm a lot better. Hey, Christy. Hey, Kit Kat's daughter, I love you. Hey, Knitting Artisan, love you. Ivy Lynn, good to see you. Hey, Sour Girl. Renee R., good to see you. Laying in bed listening. Who can't see chat. Yeah, I get it. Hey, Carrie. Um, hey, Debbie. I yeah, I do still sound stuffed up, but I'm definitely better. Yeah, we're getting it, and it's so cold. Hell to the no, so cold. And tomorrow is my relaxation day where, um, look, if I really feel like I need to decompress, I go to the laundromat. Don't judge me. It's just what I do. And and yes, I have a washer and dryer here. I just enjoy the laundromat. Hey, Wendy Pooh. Okay, I made that awkward. Hey, Wendell. Um, but I'm getting a little worried, that it's gonna be raining tomorrow and ruin my laundromat day. The sounds and smell. Yes, and just no pressure. You wash, you dry, you fold. Um, I take hangers with me. It's a good time, and I don't speak to people at the laundromat. You do have those people that want to strike up a conversation. It's not that I don't appreciate those people. It's just that I don't want a conversation. I like the rain too, but not. I had plans and I didn't. I should have checked my plans for sure. Gonna pretend that didn't. I went down. It was so weird. I don't know why I said it. Yes, it's definitely my quiet time. I take my audiobook and my crocheting, and that's just what I do. And I eat candy, you know. If you like to, I see ironing hurts my back. It's been snowing there. The cold is crazy. Like it wasn't that sometimes. Yeah, sometimes I just say things. They, they just good day, crazy dingo. Hey Ethel, laundromat. But yes. I do, Sour Girl. I do small talk with strangers, just not on my quiet time, unless I have to. Hey Tracy, good to see you. So, I'm sure that there'll be more than one live from this community about Gypsy Rose. Hey Karma, and I'm sorry for my snot and my cough. Laundromat equals fit. Amen. But I watched the docuseries. Hey Mo33, good to see you. And I wanted to see who come up and talk about it. So I'm gonna get the link. I don't think Wendell watched the docuseries. I mean, that's not an accusation. She may have. I don't think so. She did. See, That's the kind of opinions I want, I want to see us. No, 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 not the act. Um, quietly sits near snack table. Um, Lifetime put on a hey Rada. Lifetime put on a docuseries where they were following her from what the 18 months before she got released. Absolutely Pussycat, her version. I'm I'm okay, Rada. You know, there was some drama today, but we're addressing that later. Tonight I'm not doing drama tonight. I'm not saying you're trying to do drama. I'm just saying for, people that think, no, no, no. I'm not going to do any drama tonight. I want to talk about Gypsy Rose. I've been wanting to talk about it. Watch tomorrow. Gonna rain all day. It's good. It's pretty good. Um, if y'all watched it, y'all see that, the husband called out her bullshit last night. So, I think, where's that gonna go? What's gonna happen? We're definitely getting her version, but listen, we can only get her version, sadly. There's nobody else to give a version. Her mom's gone. Um, so what's gonna happen? Wow, wow, what, Karma? Hey, cool gamer. J May, are you on your phone? Was someone calling you? There was a blip. No, it's probably this weather and probably that I didn't reboot the internet. I didn't think I would have to. What about the other guys she slept with? Pussycat, which I didn't say that she slept with other guys. Did she have conjugal visits? Did I miss something? Thank you, Mo33. What did the husband say, Randy? I missed it. So she calls him. She's gonna definitely be one of those women that they want attention. Okay. And you have these women in the world that want to make their boyfriends or husbands jealous. So they'll tell them stuff. No, Pussycat, she didn't sleep with him. She didn't sleep with him. Well, according to her, she didn't sleep with him. Now we need this 35-year-old man to come out of the woodwork. Where is he? Um, but yeah, I don't think she got conjugal visits. Hey, Lacey. Right, she was raised to want attention. Hey, D-Rod. Hey, 2UK. Oh, neat name. Um, we say that, but you know, even though you want attention, that's negative attention. She's like, I had a dream last night that um I left you for my ex. Why would you tell that? Why would you tell that? Unless you wanted to hurt him. I am better. Thank you, Lacey. I'm a little worried about that here at Pammy B. Do I believe I don't believe. Listen, I think I believe 50% of what she says. She may deserve to be out of prison. She does deserve the money and publicity. I'm not so sure that she deserves to be out of prison. I think she needed to go from prison to some kind of hey Kim, good to see you. Some what what would you call it? I think that hey Calamity, good to see you. Uh yeah, I see to me when I paste not on the StreamYard side, it doesn't work. Um We were surprised that one was horribly abused her whole life, then in prison for 8 years, so had poor social skills. But it's not like she has poor social skills, Wendy. She knows how to manipulate, and she even says, "I didn't even tell the truth till today. I ain't told the truth till today." I mean, do we really believe that she shot her mom? I mean, ended up being a BB gun. I agree, Ethel. I agree. She's gonna profit a lot right now, I think, Heather. I think she's gonna get a lot of profit off of it. She sure is a good speaker to have not been educated. She's very smart. She did get an education while in jail, and I'm glad she did that because did you hear? I mean, when she was spelling button, hey Bex, she said my mom made a song up about it, and it's this is your button, your BOTTON button. So I mean, it's not like she Hey, welcome to the Winner's Circle too, UK. You're gonna love it here. I wasn't born when you were in high school. Oh, I missed something. She is worth 3 million. You think? Oh, I haven't Googled her net worth. I don't know. Maybe she is because she's hit all the talk shows. She's promoting the hell out of this. And I'll tell you what, there's gonna be. Thank you, D Rod. Finally, my aunt, my aunt just texted me and said, "What the hell is an open panel?" You're fine, Mo33. You're good. Um, where was I? Where was I? It reminds me of that movie, The Legend of Billie Jean. Oh no, don't give her that much. It means take a link, Auntie. I got her phone the other day and I subscribed. And she's oh D Rod, thank you so much for the tip. I appreciate you so much. Um oh Evelyn, thank you so much. I got you, honey. I got you. Just let me know when. Anyone looking for him? Okay. All right. All right. All right. Um, she is a product of her environment. That's true, and that's what worries me. I think she should have stepped down. I don't think she should have got right out. I don't think she should. The next text is, "What the hell is a link?" Right? She'll never come on link. I mean, she would never take a link. I do think she is in a controlling situation. I think that her after this docuseries, here's what's going to happen. Here's my prediction. Somebody come up. Damn. Um, I think that she's going to her and the husband are gonna have troubles. They're gonna make it public, so it'll make for a good plurpy do. Good to see you. So that it would make for a good hey Mystic. Um a good reality show. That's what I think. That's my opinion. I think that they are gonna do a reality show and they're gonna make it based on him not being able to trust her and her blaming it on how she was raised, which I mean that's gonna be the truth. But that's just what I think.
I just want to give a shout out to It's Randy's Life. I also want to give a shout out to It's Randy's Life. And I want to give a shout out to my future baby mama, Mo33, and my future baby mama, ex mama, Sour Girl. Thank you.
That sounded like some kind of award speech. Thank you. I think she's gonna get pregnant as soon as you think. Her father has control of her money. I didn't know that. I don't know. My aunt thinks I'm weird that I like to talk about dead people, but was he in a toilet? I don't know. I was trying to present myself, so I'm not sure that, I'll let anybody up that I don't know because it wasn't working. He missed the Golden Globes last night. Who? I thought it was a squirrel. Could be a cat though. She can't profit from. Yeah, I think she can, Warrior Grandma. So the word is that they have changed the Son of Sam law, and they can now make money off their um crime. Yeah, see, I haven't heard anything. Was it not a squirrel? I don't know. Oh, his cat. Oh, okay, okay. um, I have a feeling that she can make money. I mean, if her net worth is already, let's Google it.
Yeah, it's a cat, and it was a lot easier to toilet train than Mo 33. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, okay. Well, good job on that. All right, so let's Google her net worth. And see if it has updated. Anybody watch the listen, there's something else I want to talk about. We won't get into it tonight, or maybe we will. Y'all will take a leap. Okay, so it says, according to one source, Blanchard's net worth has reached an estimated 3 million. So, yeah, she's been planning. Oh. Okay, so did anybody in here watch? We'll get back to Gypsy Rose in just a second. Hello, Starlight. Did y'all watch? Hey, Kimmy. No, this marriage won't last because she's always going to be looking for the next best thing because she thinks she's famous. Did y'all watch Casey Anthony's parents take their lie detector test? Did anybody watch that? That had me on pins and needles. And I have never been so happy for oh, D-Rod, you must watch. You must. Heather, oh man. You gotta don't tell it. Oh, ugh. Okay. We'll wait for people to watch it and then we'll talk about it because let me tell you, it was so good. You're gonna kill me. I had it on and fell asleep. You feel sorry for me too. Are they gonna replay it? Probably. I can't get into the Natalia Grace thing. Gypsy fooled everyone. She let her be the slaughter. Oh, acclimate. I'm gonna have to disagree with you. Look, I'm not saying anyone deserves to be slaughtered. Okay, that's not for me to say. But I think she needed her ass beat. Okay, and I just can't feel sorry. I don't have. I know. No, I'm sorry. I don't feel sorry for Gypsy Rose's mom. I do believe that she was very abusive. I believe that the only out for Dee Dee Blanchard was murder, and that was to kill Gypsy. That would have been her only out. She couldn't have stopped Gypsy from growing her whole life. She couldn't have, I don't know how she would have had to have made her so sick that she died. She would have killed her. And, you know, most Munchausen syndromes by proxy, that's how it ends up. They die. She did. She needed to stand up. And I know it sounds easier than, you know, um, like, oh yeah, she should have stood up. Oh yeah, the mom was making a lot of money. Well, okay, Starlight, I don't want you to give away all your spoiler alerts, but you are more than welcome to come up and chat a tat with me about this. You know, I don't feel sorry for either. Look, she placed all the blame on Nick. You're talking about Gypsy Rose. Agree. She was terrified of her mother. Agree. 100%. I agree with that too, Brenda Hart. I don't think she should profit either. But she is. The legal route was an option, not death, and her money was going to feed them both. Are you talking about Gypsy's mom's money? She chained her to the bedroom for 2+ weeks. It was weeks. Started understanding she wasn't the ill. Hey, Bushwatchers, thank you for the $1.99 super sticker. I appreciate that. Nothing to threaten her but put chains on her. I think that, like, if you go back, and look, it started with, what do y'all think kicked into Munchausen? Before the eyeball thing, was she saying that she had anything, like she had small head syndrome or something? Was 100 in on her scam? Well, acclimate, I don't think so. It was a dog leash and handcuffs, yeah. Believe it or not, I knew that. Dog leash and handcuffs. And I will say, I agree, Pat L. Why not call the cops? Was she scared? Um, because now everything is Nick's fault. Like she it's not that she's not owning it a little. Her eye excuse me, y'all. Ethel, her eyeball, I mean, you can see that she definitely has a weak eye. And usually they strengthen that by an eye patch. But her mom had 3 surgeries done on her eye. Now, where they got these doctors to do all these surgeries to take out your salivary glands. Hey, Christina, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Like, how does that even happen? Is this something you've told me? Probably. Um, this is, I mean, I don't know about, look, this docuseries on Gypsy Rose said this is a 3-night event. I don't know how many hours there was, but it seemed like all me and Jim was watching was Gypsy Rose stuff all weekend. Like, our date night was that was what we did. I'm sitting there crocheting and we're watching Gypsy Rose. That's the fun stuff that we did on date night. Last weekend I was sick. This weekend I wasn't that great. He said, "You think you'll feel better next weekend?" I said, "It's not looking that good." And it's a fun date night to me. She didn't understand that she wasn't sick. She was not taught that all her life. You're sick, you're sick, you're sick. Well, we don't. No, D-Rod, it was on Lifetime. And so for me to get Lifetime, someone on here, and I'll have to go back in my DMs and see, told me to get Friendly TV. So if you only have, um, yeah, Starlight, if you only have like the apps, like on a Roku TV, you can get. Oh, you do? You have Lifetime? Well, they're gonna play it over and over and over. So definitely, it's good. And then watch that Casey Anthony thing. Catch the one above it, please. It was all together. Por favor. Okay, let me. All right. Think about it. Gypsy didn't understand being not sick versus sick her whole life. She was told she's ill. She would have known any difference. She wouldn't have known any difference, even realizing it that she wasn't sick the way the mom says. She didn't understand that she wasn't sick. She was not taught that all her life. You're sick, you're sick, you're sick. I agree with that. Well said. Are you about to pounce on Nick?
No, no. And that's what I wanted to come up about because, like, I saw people go in other chats and they're like, yeah, Starlight said Nick is all this blah, 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 blah. And that I was like pro Gypsy and shit like that. What I think about Nick, because I have deep dove. Look, I've followed this case since it happened.
Mm-hmm.
And now that it's all back, there's so much more to dive into that I didn't look into back then. And Nick should be in a mental institution.
Agree.
He's deeply disturbed. And it's not just because of Gypsy. Since he's been in prison, he had a girlfriend, her name was Dawn. And I don't know if I'll show these tomorrow because they kind of don't have anything to do with it. But there are emails to her because that's how they do things in jail now, is all through email. Well, not all, but you didn't have that back in the day. You had prison letters,
Yeah.
but now they can email. And
Yeah. Now
his
they have
emails,
tablets.
yeah, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But his emails to her are quite disturbing. Dawn. He has
Oh, I
another
want to read
altar.
them.
This altar that I've never heard him talk about Nikolai. Like,
No.
yeah, and so in these emails, his evil side is now called Nikolai, I guess.
So he got rid of Victor the vampire?
I don't know. No, probably not. Maybe he just added another one to it.
I'm going to tell y'all what made me feel bad. So if you haven't watched this definitely a spoiler alert. When she talks about what her grandpa did to her. Did you
Mhm.
watch it?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
And so my first response was, oh, bullshit. And the reason I thought that, and I'm sad that I thought that, but the reason I thought that was because I really liked him. And
Really?
I liked him in the first,
Well,
what's
he
the,
lied in that and said they flushed her ashes. That is not true, by the way.
oh, it's not, I
No.
believed him.
No, he just said it. They didn't actually do it. But it's Mommy Dead and Dearest is what you're talking about.
Yeah, I couldn't think of the name. And I just watched it again the other night.
Yeah, I did
And
too. It's good.
did you,
Good.
yeah, I bet it's getting a lot of, well, it was like in the top 10 on HBO. So
The Dr. Phil interview with Gypsy is good too.
it is good.
Mhm.
So me and Jim were watching. I'm like, she's lying. Like that sweet old man. No. And then they ask him, and his
Mm.
response, I'm like, oh my gosh. I told Jim, I said, he's even looking to the left. I'm like, this guy did it. She can't listen, y'all. When y'all see this, you're gonna see that her grandpa tries to convince people that Gypsy was hitting on him.
Yeah, I actually knew about it before the thing came out because I watched a lot of the previews and
Uh-huh.
people were already reporting on his response. And what he said was that she was the one touching him and she wouldn't stop touching him. She would say, no, he would say, no, Gypsy, don't do that. Like, what the fuck? Okay, we believe you.
Yeah.
Sure.
Poor grandpa getting attacked by a 3-year-old. Sorry. Jerk. I mean,
And
I
it was
literally.
while her mother, because I guess her mom had gotten in a car accident. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know about that. I didn't know she had lived with them for some time, for a little bit of time.
I didn't either. You know, I don't claim to be an expert. I didn't know that she lived there, but I certainly did. I mean, like my pervometer is off because I would have never pegged him for a perv.
Irvin Dominder.
So did you watch? And I know I'm skipping around, but I mean, like there was some parts that just stood out. The
There's
part
so
where
much to
she,
it. Yeah.
yeah, where she says, "You know how I'm always honest with you.
Mhm.
I had a dream last night about my ex, and I dumped you for him."
God. That I'm with her, like, I don't know, I've been hearing all this horrible stuff about her, stepmom, but I'm just going by what I see on TV and stuff. But, I'm with her that, do not get married. That was the worst decision. And if she was
Know
doing
it.
it was so bad. And I think she only did it because she did not want to be released to her parents. She wanted to when you're paroled, you have to move in with your family. And if she got married, that meant she could move in there. So
Oh,
yes, and she talks about it too. And he lives in Louisiana, and she gets maybe a little more freedom than she might have gotten, or not as much maybe pushback as she might have gotten if she went to live with her parents. Because I mean, look, she is out, she's in New York on a
mm-hmm.
press junket, living it up.
Yes.
Yeah, like, and there's a podcast that came out today. I'll link you to it that she was on. Her
I saw where she was going to be on the podcast because she keeps
Mhm.
putting everything. That's where I'm getting my little clips from is her Instagram, and look, I mean they were at a Broadway show. I'm like, we're living in a world where Gypsy Rose is at a Broadway show.
Yeah, yes, yes, and, like, that's the thing that bothers me is because, okay, at some point, and she admits this, she knew she wasn't sick. She knew she didn't have a seizure
Right,
disorder. She knew she wasn't paralyzed. She pretty much knew she didn't have cancer. She knew she didn't need a feeding tube, all of
right.
that. But she also got Disney trips, and if you look, one of her thing is like, what's your dream job? To work at Disney World. So she got all this free stuff, and like now she's out of prison and she's getting all this free stuff.
Mm-hmm. And mark my words, they're going to give them an apartment to have a reality show. And I want to call him so bad because everybody's like, he's weird. No, I don't know if I think he's weird. I think
Well,
he's,
your pervdometer's off, so
yeah, don't go by me. Don't, don't hit him up or anything because don't go by me. But I worry that he's going to lose his job.
he already did lose one.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, at the Christian school.
Yep. Yep. Shit, I forgot what I was gonna say.
I'm sorry, Evelyn.
He is the more I heard him talk, I was like, "Oh, I was cringing." Ugh, and then did you see her post talking about how the D is fire?
Yeah, I did. You
We
and
don't
the
need to
scoop
know
with
that,
words in it.
Gypsy.
Comment about
There
not knowing the difference. She was young and only knew sick, even if she realized she didn't have seizures. She didn't understand not
you
because I
I
feel,
get that.
yeah, I feel like that's the only thing she knew, and nobody will ever know what her mom put in her feeding tube.
But when she left, when she ran away with Nick after they murdered her mother, she did not take any medication with her but allegedly pain pills. So if she thought she was sick, why didn't she take any of that medication with her when she was leaving forever?
That's very good. I never thought about that.
Mhm. I mean, look at that closet full of all that medication and none of it, just the Vicodin.
Yeah. She didn't take any of it. Yeah, I guess she did. Gypsy already acted entitled. When they said leave Missouri, she said it's like I'm in prison again.
Yeah, that was the ending. I was like, man, y'all ended this on quite the note because I'm thinking, what a manipulating little bitch because she got that high pitched voice again. She's like, I can't do this. I feel like it just sounded very, you know, uh, not
Oh,
a good word. I didn't like that.
I do think that a lot of her voice is fake. So let's do we'll do a one in the chat. If you think that she manipulates her voice to get what she wants, put a one in the chat, please. I agree,
I think
little Miss STFU.
I think she manipulates it at certain times.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Mhm.
Because sometimes you're like,
Paris Hilton voice.
that's hot.
Um,
That's hot.
and I don't know if you've watched her interrogation, but something that bothers me, and this is where people are like, "Oh, you don't like Nick, and you're just being mean about Nick." No, I actually like Gypsy was full intentionally going to throw him straight under the bus and think she was
Mm,
gonna walk from that.
she did think that.
Uh-huh. The only reason it didn't happen is because she didn't realize they were gonna get her cell phone data. If they wouldn't have got her cell phone data, she would have ran with that lie and would have never served time. I mean, if they yeah.
Agree, give up. Agree. And but today or last night I heard her say, and I didn't know what Nick was saying. I didn't know that he was over there telling everything. I thought he would stick to the story. No, bitch, he did stick to the story. If you go back, he stuck to the story in the beginning. She
She
was
did
over
it too,
there.
and in the full interview, she does mention running away, and the guy's just like, "No,
Yeah.
go ahead."
Yeah. She's like, what? My mom's what? What? My mom's my best friend. And
Mhm.
um, but she kind of led everybody to believe that Nick just started opening his mouth and confessing. First of all, with the kind of mm, disorders that he has, that he's not gonna be a liar. She really didn't,
I don't think he's really able to lie.
yeah. I mean,
Um,
they're like, poor guy telling the truth. How dare he? But he did try to stick with the story, and then they're like, "Look, confess," and he's like, "Okay, I really did stab her mom, but only 5 times.
mhm.
4 were deep." I mean, it was like,
There's so much of that interrogation, like, they only played a very small portion of it. Like, before the police officer even comes in there or the cop dude to actually sit down and interrogate her, there's, like, 2 hours before that where she's talking to the guard outside of the interrogation room. You can't see him on camera, but he's standing outside the door, and
Gypsy?
she's yeah, no, the guard is standing outside of the interrogation room, and they're, like, waiting for the guy to come in and interrogate her. So there's like 2 hours of her sitting there waiting, but she's talking to the guard outside of the door because the door's open, and, talking about her mother and how great and all these, like, Disney, 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 Star Wars, Harry Potter, I met this person and I got to meet this person, and it's very bizarre. I suggest people watch the entire interrogation, and then the lies.
Mm.
She says at one point, um, what did she say? She asked if her mom committed suicide. She asked if
Wow.
I don't know if it was the diabetes, it was something health-wise, like a health question, if that was how she died, knowing full well, because that same day she posted herself on Facebook, "That bitch is dead," and then sat in an interrogation room and pretend cried like she didn't know it happened.
Yeah. But she made, 2 posts that day on Facebook. One is gone
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
And Jim keeps trying to get me to call her on that Facebook page. I'm like, "Jim, first of all, no. Second of all, I'm waiting for her to get back to me on Instagram."
She's busy with her press junket and
Yeah.
her high life she's living. I'm just
And
surprised
and
that Go
and
ahead.
we don't know what all she's telling the truth about. I mean, I do believe that she definitely was. I mean, you can kinda look back at her life and tell that her mom controlled a lot of stuff. Um,
Absolutely. Everything. Her mom controlled everything, down
right,
to
where your
what
grandma?
she ate or didn't eat.
Right.
Mhm.
And, could convince the doctors all this stuff. Only one doctor put Munchausen by proxy.
But
More than enough.
Gypsy's smart, okay? She's not, mentally handicapped at all. She's actually very
Mm-mm.
intelligent in my opinion, and always has been. Um, she just didn't portray that to the public, but she was 19 years old up to, what was it, 22 when the murder happened. Even if her birth certificate was forged and she thought she was however many years younger, at some point, she was part of this
Mhm.
con, and she had to have learned, she says it in her series, that her mother taught her to be a very good liar and a very good manipulator. And those are gonna be hard things to unlearn even if you are trying.
Agree. I don't
I think, like, there were parts in there where I'm like, "Oh, there she goes, she's being a little manipulator right there." Like, telling
You're
that
welcome, Christina.
guy, like, stuff she would say to that fiancé, and
Mhm.
very manipulative, very, and I've heard rumors that people that were corresponding with Gypsy, I'll just say it, Fancy, that Fancy lady,
Mhm.
um, in particular, she has some stuff on her channel where Gypsy would go off on her and then write apology emails after, "I'm so sorry that I did that, and I shouldn't have behaved that way." So, she's not all rainbow and sunshines.
Yeah, 'cause, oh boy says, "Man, some of the stuff she says is really bad."
Yeah! Yeah, she was like, "And I gave it to him." Like, mm, I can only imagine.
Time out. I agree with you on that. I do think that he is gonna end up with his heart broken, and everybody on here is gonna be like, "He's weird, Randy." And I'm gonna be like, "Come on over for Thanksgiving, buddy." Because he's gonna ruin his career.
Right.
I think he's gonna ruin his career because they're gonna have a reality show where they have knockdown dragouts. We're gonna that is my another prediction. I predict that she cheats on him and we get to watch it on a reality show.
Gypsy and Ryan, newlyweds. Remember when they had Jessica Simpson? She did Newlyweds.
Yes.
They
I
documented, like, their first year of marriage.
Yeah, and he wouldn't let her hire people to do the housework, which was stupid. Like, if you're rich, hire people. That was so stupid.
Oh.
And all people remember is her thinking that the tuna fish was chicken.
Yeah. Chicken of the sea.
Yeah.
The computer placement in her living room, she wasn't just text oh, no.
Thank you for
They
coming,
would do
Scott.
They would do Skype calls.
Her and her husband?
No, her and Nick.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, when did she sleep? Well, I guess she got to sleep all day. And then, like, she's like, "I wanna prove that I'm responsible. My mom did all the cooking and all the cleaning." I was like, "No, she didn't. We saw the house. She only
Right?
cleaned up the medicine cabinet."
Yeah. That was spotless.
Yes, very organized, that one. But, like, there was, like, a trail through her room.
Yeah. Yeah, how is that wheelchair supposed to hover around all that? And I don't understand this guy that she first ran away with, Dan. Well, Dan knew she couldn't walk. I mean, she could walk. He knew she could
Right.
walk. So, what happened with that?
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Until we see Dan, I'm gonna presume him gone, and I'm gonna think Gypsy and her mom had something to do with it. Like, where are you, Dan? And I told Jim last night, okay, because she's like, "I got out there and he had just got out of prison, didn't have a house, didn't have a job." I'm like, who's she talking about? She's nobody to pass judgment.
When she said, she was like, his bedroom, talking about Nick, looked like a bedroom of a 15-year-old boy. And I'm like,
Yes.
you had stuffed animals all over your bed. What are you talking about?
I said the
You're
same thing. I'm like, I said, "This girl just said that her boyfriend said, 'Go get all the stuffies off your bed so we could do it.'" Like, it's not a good look, Gypsy, if you see this. I'm just saying.
sorry.
Hey, Trash Raymond.
Stuffies.
That's what my grandkids call them, a stuffy.
Oh.
No, Rada.
What is he doing trying to come up?
Yeah.
Not a good time, bud.
Mm-mm. You're not adding to the conversation. No offense. Take a link, Dan. Please take a link, Dan. Please. We don't care if you're working, fresh out of prison. We just want to know you're okay. I mean, we're going to assume that you're.
You think she's been looking, what was his name? Ken? She's like stalking his Facebook by now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Where are you, Ken?
I bet you she's messaged him.
Probably.
I just have that feel like, yeah, that's who she really, because Ken dumped her. So,
He broke her heart, she said.
mhm. Yeah. Right, Dizzy. Right.
And you know her husband like does, and I know like this is what loving, your what you expect to see from a loving husband, but to me it's like, oh my god, he's like her mom a little bit. Remember how like her mom would always be holding her hand, or like, had some kind of hold on her anytime she in
Mhm.
those pictures, and he does the same thing. He's always got to be like touching her and
Hey,
shit.
Moon.
Hey,
I,
Moo
I
Bear.
know. We're newlyweds, so we're in love. We got to touch all the time. And, he throws it down. She said,
It was fire.
yeah, it's fire. That's right. It's fire.
Did you see the one of her twerking and Gypsy, calm down. Oh, and I watched this one thing that like E did. It was like okay, I'm gonna tell you a bunch of like new age words that the kids use these days,
I
and you
saw
tell me.
that.
Well, one of them was simp, and she thought it meant submissive, and I was like, oh no.
See, I wonder if they're going to go through her browser history. I mean, did she get to keep her tablet or did they give it back to the prison?
That's a good question. I bet they have to monitor that.
Well, I remember when the kids first got Chromebooks at school, and I told my kids right away, I'm like, listen, whatever rules they gave you, follow them, because they're not just gonna give a bunch of kids laptops and send them home. And sure enough, one of Stephanie's classmates went home and watched 8 Mile.
8 Mile. The school did not approve of that one.
School did not approve. They took her Chromebook. Hey, Vicky. Welcome back. So, yeah, I don't know why I remember that so, but it was 8 Mile. The kids could not wait to get off the bus and said, Mom, you were right.
Got busted.
Yep. I'm like, I know. I said, I told you they have some way of watching. And, so they knew when the kids looked up something, Shirley in prison. I wonder if old Murdoch got his tablet. Wonder if he got his tablet back.
I wonder if you can J-pay him. Isn't that what it's called? This jailhouse communication stuff? I bet you can. I know that
Oh, I don't know.
Letitia Stout uses that messaging system.
Oh, I couldn't talk to her, but I would probably talk to Alec. I mean, $5. Like, he's the one with the money. He's got more money than I do. What am I gonna say to him, though? Let me tell you, one of the fastest ways that a school becomes aware of a student having is a student uses the school-issued laptop to Google something related to it. Oh. Starlight, you here?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing
You
2
think it was
things at once.
Oh. Women are flocking to him. I know.
I bet they are. Who, Alec?
Mhm.
Ew.
I mean, I saw him with his shirt off, did they? Gross.
I saw it too.
Yeah.
He's red
Him.
all over.
Yes. Taking the dad selfie because it's
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I know you do, because my kids had to say, Mom, raise your phone up. You look like an idiot. Okay. Gypsy was not convicted of murdering her mom. Nick was. Nick cannot make money off the crime, but Gypsy can. Debbie wins at life. That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
I thought there was like some sort of law where you're not allowed to make money off of a murder, but maybe because of her charge, she can.
I don't know. We're gonna have to look up why, because it doesn't make sense. And oh, Donna E, that's awful.
I also thought when you were on parole, you weren't allowed to leave the state.
They kicked her out.
They sure did. What for? I never understood what it was for, though. Was it
I
because she
don't know.
couldn't be in the state? She's not allowed in the state of Missouri?
I guess that's what it is. But
That would
I
make
mean,
sense.
maybe she was gonna go look for the 36-year-old.
36-year-old.
Look at this.
Which
You idiot.
is that Rada? Is that
I
Rada?
don't know, probably.
Is that her real
Yeah.
voice?
No, well,
We don't know.
I like how you
No.
spelled it.
Yeah.
You would have let me up under the regular name, and I think Gypsy would be a little too obvious that it wasn't Gypsy. So here I am.
Well, we would have known. It
Ah.
wasn't her
That's not her regular voice. It's a version of her regular voice.
version.
And why
Yeah.
was she in a freaking wheelchair? Like,
Because
Like,
her
was she
mother,
like, did her
As
mother
she
like
said-
try to tell her that she had like?
yes, her mother put in she had a motorcycle accident, a minor one, and her mother was already coming up with all these problems that she had. And one day she said that she walked in with a wheelchair and told her to get in it. And
Yeah.
so she did what her
Oh.
mother told her. And she,
How
Yeah.
old was she then?
oh, do you remember
8.
Randy?
8?
Eight.
Oh, so she was just being like a daughter, and yep, my mom's
Yeah.
telling me to do it.
She
and,
trusted, she trusted her mom that she needed
Wow.
to be in there, even though she knew she could walk.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
And to
yeah.
prove that she walked more than what she said,
Mm.
though, you
Mhm.
have to think of it like this. That doctor said that she had, she had muscles in her legs. And you're not going to have a lot of muscle in your leg if you don't walk a lot
Right.
around
Have
the
you
house.
seen the video of her? And she's sitting on the railing of that house, and
You
it had
stop it.
snowed.
You know that's how I fell that night. That's how I fell over my fan.
What?
I was making fun of her doing that.
Oh, boy. And then you fell doing it. See, shouldn't have made fun of her.
Randy.
I got instant karma.
You were making fun of a paraplegic.
A fake one.
Oh,
Fake one, yeah.
I did
Because-
not know that was the story behind that.
Yes. Because, she gets up there and she's like, this is Gypsy Rose reporting from
oh boy.
Wee. And then she starts
Right
throwing
into
her
the
legs
snow.
around like they weigh 0.
So
Even though she half lands on the legs.
Ebb. Yeah, she landed on the legs, scooped them out, moved them around. No,
she's
not at all, D-Rod. No.
No, not whatsoever. No. She didn't even have leukemia. That was made
Mm-mm.
up.
That was made up too.
Yes, but she did.
Was the mom trying to like scam something? Is that why she made up all these
Yes.
things?
They got Disney trips. They got
Oh, that's
money.
what you
They
were
got
talking
a free
about. Oh, okay.
house. They also
didn't
got a
realize
free
that's
house
when-
by Habitat of Humanity.
Oh,
Yeah. A nice one
Yeah.
too. Like it's a nice house.
They
So
even had 2 sheds in the back.
yeah, I asked. I was
And a
like on
car.
Instagram. I'm like, does she get to keep her? I like that car. I'm like, does Gypsy get to keep the house? I guess the answer
No.
to that was no.
No, I want to say that Habitat for Humanity is the one that, like, they have an office there or something. I can't remember. Nobody lives there though. And they painted it and took the wheelchair ramp down.
I thought the wheelchair ramp made it look pretty.
I know, me too. It was like a big porch.
Hmm.
now she got convicted of second-degree murder. Why is she out so soon?
She
Be-
paid her debt, man.
That's it.
Because her part in the murder.
Right.
She was talking online to this mentally disturbed, he's severely autistic pretty much, guy that she met on Christian dating
Kristen
for
Mingle?
free. No, it was a
No.
free one. But
No.
anyhow, talked to him for 2 years on the internet. There's blah 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 blah. She decided to kill her mother. They came up with a plan and carried it out. The guy showed up. She gave him a knife that she stole from Walmart,
Oh.
and he went and stabbed her mother to death. And then she only got 10 years because she took a plea deal.
and got out in 8.5. I just read that in chat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn. Huh.
But she's
And
a
Nick-
celebrity now.
She
And
is.
yes, and people are like, she's not a celebrity. Yes, she
Oh.
is. She
They're
is.
turning her
Yeah.
because of them. They're turning her into one.
Right. These people get like freaking like glorified pretty much.
Right. Are y'all saying Charles Manson wasn't a celebrity?
Right.
Because I disagree with that. He was,
He had a-
yeah.
Yeah, he had
Or
a whole
Gypsy
cult. I
said,
think his cult was bigger after he went to jail than before.
Yeah.
look at her cult. Shit. Now Gypsy's got a cult. But Gypsy says, I don't think I'm famous. I think I'm infamous, which also makes sense.
Yeah.
Mhm. But then she
So,
also was like, I have so many guys hitting on me. I'm like, yes,
So-
just like Charles Manson
Right.
had women hitting on him. Richard Ramirez got married in prison, Gypsy, and that's not a flex. Shh,
she's
Right.
a little nympho. I'm sorry. She's a little
she
nympho.
is.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, if you look at the picture I have here, that's her arrest photo. All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you look at her and Randy's avatar. There's a little bit of a
Thumbnail.
difference. She blossomed into a nice young lady. And
Oh,
that's why
absolutely.
and that's why
Absolutely.
she's getting all this info. I mean, there's all this freaking I almost said info.
Yeah.
Getting all this freaking attention and crap, and like she probably was never used to it.
And because people love a good,
Right.
story of this girl who was abused her entire life and
They want to save her.
prison did her good. Yeah. And she learned and she's going to be the best gypsy she can be. Go,
Right.
Gypsy, go. I see people in her comments that are like, slay queen.
Right, Evelyn.
Oh, the queen is here.
Slay
No.
Queen.
Yes, it's all in her comments. You go, queen.
When I messaged her, I gave her a solid. Hey, Carla, it's good to see you
Admitted
Where did you
messaged
message her at?
on Instagram.
Oh, all right.
I might have done it too. Okay.
No, all right.
Okay.
Did she reply?
No, just like Johnny Depp didn't, you bastard.
What?
Her husband
Yeah.
didn't reply either.
That hurt my feelings. OJ, y'all,
OJ didn't respond to you either?
not yet.
Oh, Jay, she's been trying for years.
I'm not
OJ's
getting
living a
on
life
OJ.
now.
I mean, what else has he got to
Almost.
do but talk to me? Nothing. I
Right?
even went to see his Bronco. I'm like, hey, does this look familiar?
And he didn't respond. Son of a...
No.
You did not.
No, but I get all kinds of fake OJs in my DMs saying, hey, yo, it's me under my secret account.
Did you really put that picture on there? Tag him.
Yes.
Oh my god.
That was like the highlight of my summer. What'd you do this summer? Saw OJ's Bronco.
It's a nice Bronco.
Listen, it is in perfect condition.
Is it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I
Ford
mean,
Bronco
well,
sales went way up after that. Especially white Bronco sales, yeah.
Yeah, they did. And you can't even get a Bronco now for cheap.
Right.
You're going to feel foolish when all these killers and celebs take a link. I know, Cassandra.
The family
It was still
12
top.
that was the Turpins, yes. And they're all on TikTok, by the way. Or not all of them, but a lot of the Turpin girls are. They just did an interview with Jordan, who was the one that escaped and alerted the police.
See, and I think about her, and then I think about Gypsy, and I look at the Turpins.
Yeah. Yep.
They sound like they just need to be fixed.
It's real sad what happened to those kids.
That's awful. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's how people can do this stuff. And Gypsy's mom, man.
I can't believe Gypsy shot her like 10 times with a fucking BB gun. What the hell?
I'm not
that was a shocker.
At first, I didn't believe it, but then they did have records from the hospital. She's like, I looked at my mom and just pulled the trigger. I was like, what the hell?
She shot her mom with a BB gun?
She thought it was a real gun. And she didn't even know it was a BB gun until after she shot it 10 times.
So she's tried to kill her before.
We just learned that, yes.
Holy wow.
Yeah, that came out in the docuseries.
Yeah.
And one thing in like Mommy Dead and Dearest, when she sat down for that interview and she said, you know, this is the first time I've ever been honest. Except for with my attorneys.
And then she said, well, not even really with them.
Yeah,
Remember?
yes. And then in the interview she did with for Lifetime, or there was some stuff that her family didn't know until she told them after she told Lifetime. It's just weird. And
Right.
she
Which
lied.
I mean, they had
She
no idea
lied.
she had a boyfriend, and then
Yeah,
they had no idea.
she was engaged. They didn't
Yeah.
know. And the husband said she was a bridezilla.
Oh, I'll be right back, but just before I go, hey, Mo33, go pound sand.
Him and Mo are fighting today. I love you, Mo.
Christina, you laugh or cry, and I always make a joke about this stuff. It's got to be. I mean, some of this stuff is ridiculous. She has sat there and made herself into a celebrity when the rest of us would have just tucked our tails and went into hiding. Not Gypsy. She's on Broadway with her husband wearing his mama's wedding ring. Let me tell you something. My son, no. No. It wouldn't have went down like that, I don't think.
Moderator, I think that, okay. I think people should learn how to be alone. And what does that make sense?
Mhm.
She has no clue what, even in prison. I mean, I guess she's alone, but she still had inmates that she made a lot of friendships with. She's never known what it's like to just be alone in the real world. And she found her way to not do that.
Cassandra, I think so. I definitely think she's gonna be mentally affected by her upbringing. I don't think that her life is gonna be easy by any means, and that's what worries me about this coming out that she's done and all this celebrity that she's gotten, because honestly, she's living on a high right now, and when this goes away, she's gonna hit that low. And then she's gonna be looking at this guy that she met through letters. What? Where your grandma said something's wrong with this world when Gypsy's on Broadway and I'm a Walmart greeter.
Oh, that she's
So today I had to go to speaking of Walmart greeters, today I had to go to Home Depot and get a gallon of paint. And listen, have y'all watched them mix paint at Home Depot?
What?
Have you ever watched them mix paint at Home Depot?
No, I haven't.
It is the most satisfying thing you will do.
I've seen short videos where they mix paint.
I'm sitting there getting tingles. And so then I'm like, hey, are y'all hiring? I really want to work in the paint department. The woman gets instantly defensive because apparently the paint department in Home Depot is coveted. She's like, look, they might hire you up in lawn and garden. I said, I don't think you want me around your plants.
Garden? Did you really say that?
Yeah, I did say that. But that's not my best bet. Put me over the washer and dryers, but you don't want me near the plants.
The washer and dryer. Oh.
It was so nice. I'm just thinking about going and buying paint all the time now. Just, let's try eggshell. Just
What
something.
color did you get?
I got I forgot the name of it, but it's like a light gray.
Yeah, gray is such a hard color because once you got to take those little swatches, because depending on what you put it upon, like put it up, like some of the blue will get pulled out of the gray. I painted my house gray and it was a lot to find the one I wanted.
I do, Pammy B.
So
Well,
many.
this one pulls as instead of because the one that I had picked at first pulled out blue, and this one
Mhm.
pulls out a silver.
Yeah.
So that's what
I
it
got like
said.
a gunmetal gray for one of my walls.
And
No
then he's
tingles
like,
happening in lawn and garden.
tingles happening. It was just like, no, this is so nice. And he said, what's your phone number? And I'm like, is this for the job? No. But he's like, if you run out of paint, we have you all down where we'll know, and you just have to come in and give us your name and number. Oh, well, that's pretty neat. Much better than Walmart. No tingles happening.
You
Well,
still
y'all.
sound sick.
Oh, well, I'm
You still
better.
sick?
It's just coming out. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm definitely better. I'm gonna have to get off here and take my medicine. You're right. Thank you, D-Rod.
Well, thanks for having me up. It
Thanks
was
for
fun.
coming up, man. I sat up
All
here and
this
was like
reading
twiddling my
happening.
thumbs. I'm like, how does Queen Bee get 77 people on panel? And I can't even pull one jabroni out. Come on.
I'm telling you, when it's not drama, that's why people are like, "Oh, numbers, numbers, numbers." Numbers come and go. Depends on what you're talking about. Not
Mhm.
everyone wants to hear the shit show. Blah blah blah. But I like having these little talks. I think they're fun.
I do too. Cool, Christina. Hey, if you get a chance, watch the Casey Anthony thing.
I will be watching that tonight for sure. What channel?
I think it was Lifetime.
Okay. I'll be watching that tonight. All right. Thank you for having me up.
Thanks for coming up. And
Bye.
yeah, bye y'all. If you're here and you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do so. I appreciate y'all more than you know. And we will probably be live on Wendell's channel tomorrow. So just keep your eyes out. I love y'all too, Pammy. And y'all have a good night. Stay warm. It's cold. Bye, y'all.